Hello and welcome everyone to another flight. It's after Christmas, getting to New Year's, as you can see with the decoration above. But yeah, it is cold up here in the Northeast for real. We had our first significant snowfall, if you ask me. Had to go shovel. It was about 3 inches. They said 3 to 5. It was about 3 inches when I got out there and I say shovel, but I got one of those Toro snow blowers thanks to the Eric DIY channel. Toro contacted me, wanted me to like review it years ago, and the thing's still alive and kicking. It's battery powered, which sounds like really bad, but it's actually been quite awesome. And it does a nice job. Like, I'm only out there for maybe 20 minutes at most, and the driveway is like a medium size. So, but anyway, enough about snow removal, because tonight we're in the Caribbean, and we're gonna be departing from Puerto Rico. This is awesome scenery. Let me see who makes this scenery. Also, this is the first time ever that I do not have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 installed. But this is Puerto Rico scenery from Isla Grande. Let me get the drone cam out. No, don't take a picture. What was that all about? There we go. Isla Grande Airport, right next door to, I guess, Vinos International. Which is that way. As you can see out there, you got the Southwest flights and stuff. Look at this. Awesome scenery. I'm going to be over the water for quite a while in the Piper Arrow. I haven't taken the Arrow out in a while, so I decided let's do the Arrow. It's going to take me a little longer than Bonanza, but it'd be nice to get back in it. And because that might be the aircraft I fly at night. Hopefully next week. I'm thinking it over. I want to get my 3 full stop night landings in this thing. I still haven't done that. And probably dinner if possible. I'm going to have to plan that with family events and everything. So went to Ice Capades last night. Isla Grande looking really good here. Going right outside the local flight school. Because it looked like that's where the most GA was. So we're right near the Isla Grande flying school here. Puerto Rico. Looks pretty good. Oops. The FBO. So that's exactly why I picked over here. As you can see, there's tons of aircraft parked there. This is really well done scenery, and I'm kind of glad I'm flying out of here tonight. So, not real old time, but we are real old weather. Modern Aviation's another FBO. I think that's more helicopters, though. I'm not positive on that. So I was kind of researching to say, hey, where do I start with today? Look at this scenery. This is a Class Delta, so if anyone's on that sim, which I don't think there were last time I checked. Let's check again. Doesn't look like anyone's on. Cuba Havana Center is on. That's about the closest, but this is gonna be a nice one. I'm gonna go to St. John's, Tango Alpha Papa Alpha, right across the water there. See a couple islands, and it looks like there's some traffic out here online. So yeah, we're gonna do our best and make that happen. So without further ado, let's get going. We also have scenery at our arrival here, but tablet on. I don't really have an electronic flight bag that will go all the way to St. John's, but this will still give me what I need to St. John's over there, even though it's not on the sectional there. And as soon as we cross over from San Juan Oceanic, we're gonna squawk 7,000 if no one's on, because that's what the code is outside of the United States for VFR flying. I have not flown the Arrow in quite a while. In fact, I had to set it all up. Again, we're 2024 native now on the stream. We're not going back to 2020 unless there's really big problems. So buckle up and get ready for some good graphics. So checklist. Let me actually get rid of this other window we don't need. Checklist, not the sectional. Thank you. Turn the pre-flight's done. Seat track back locked off. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. That would be this thing over here. I also calibrated the Honeycomb Alpha. See, it's kind of centered right now. AC off, prop high RPM. Throttle slight. Brakes are set. Let's put the parking brake on. It is. Let's see if this works on this. Oh, it does. Alright, good. Alright, still keeping my toes on the brakes though. Throttle slight, brakes. I'm gonna call clear prop. Master rotator on. Beacon on. Fuel pump on. Mixture rich. 1, 2. Alright, down. Alright. Lean. Alright. And fuel pump stays on. Okay, totally forgot about that. Okay, let's start her up. Put her on the left, put her on the right. Zoom in a little bit. Clear prop. And turn the Tobii eye tracker back on. Clear prop, here we go.
Clear prop.
Yeah, she purred, not hitting. Whoops. Oh, no. Yes, okay. Now the other thing is I take the wheel chocks off the straps. I don't think so, but we'll get someone to do that right now. Thank you. I did fill it with fuel, if that means anything. Okay, we're back to about 1200 RPMs. Took that tracker off for a second. It's all figured out. More. All right. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is holding. Light says required. We're going to turn on the nav. And the taxi light says, nope, there's no taxi lights. Forget about that. All right. Seatbelts, harnesses, good. Heat vent, defrost. It's got to be pretty warm down here in the Caribbean. And it is. It's about 75 degrees. Hence why we came here. So the heat is off. I believe that's off. So very good. Avionics on and set. I already lined it up to what I needed for the Wilson gear, by the way. Did that offline. But did want to stream earlier today, but it seems like just had a lot of things to go through. We had to make sure the 2024 stuff was working and this and that. So, all right. Avionics on. ATIS. What is the ATIS here? ATIS is 120.4. Did not connect to that sim yet, so let's do that too as well. Did file our flight plan. That's it. Connect. We're not 808 Echo Foxtrot. We are 513 Echo Foxtrot. We are Papa 28 Romeo. All right, we're on that sim. Let's get some air traffic control chatter on. It's departure unit comm. Be departure ground right now, actually. All right, control tower is 135.875. Get that ready to go. That's a unit comm ready to go. Still searching for GPS. That takes forever, huh? Alright, back to the checklist. Still waiting for an ATIS. And I didn't have COM2 on, so that's why it's not doing that, because again I had all my settings reset. Let's see if we can hear it now. Volume's up. 20.40. Let's see if I can just do it through here then. Huh. Alright, well, we'll go with Sky Vector. That's quite interesting, because on Sky Vector it doesn't have the ATIS. Let's try send 125.8. However, on my
United 701, exit runway when
that's
able.
weird, huh? Because I have it on my tablet. It says control tower ATIS 120.40, but we'll go with San Juan International. Here we go. Let's try San Juan International.
San Juan Airport Information, Quebec.
Okay, we'll do it.
0100.
Wind is calm.
Wind calm.
Well.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 18.
Yep, I gotta do the
QNH 1017.
QNH 1017. It's in inches.
United 701, exit runway when able. San Juan
It's about
Airport
30,
Information Romeo.
106. I still think they would do that.
Zulu. Wind
Seeing
calm.
that it's a territory of the United
Visibility
States.
10.
Okay.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 18.
Had Google AI do that for me.
17. ILS runway 8.
Looking pretty good. Either way, we'd set
Landing and departing runway
elevation, which is
VFR aircraft
8 or 7.
Direction of flight. All aircraft read back.
Well,
Hold
only
short instructions. United
one more time.
701, exit runway when able. San Juan Airport Information Romeo. United 701, contact ground on 121.7.
Got that set for direct.
San Juan Airport Information Romeo, 0100 Zulu. Wind calm.
Alright, seeing that we're gonna go east, let's go runway 9er.
121.7 for United 701.
San Juan Airport Information Romeo, 0100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 18.
Runway 8 is actually runway 9 now.
17. ILS runway
That's
8
a
in
little off
use.
as well.
Landing and departing runway 8.
Alright,
VFR aircraft
back to guard.
ready.
You know what that
Direction of
means.
flight. All
Go on,
aircraft
guard,
remain
lift.
back. Hold short instructions. Advise controller
Alright,
on
we're gonna go runway 9er.
contact.
We're gonna taxi via Alpha 2. Okay. So that's it, Unicom. Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. Yep, that was the wrong one. That's it, Unicom. Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. It's not going through. It's not going through. Oh, let's try again. That's it, Unicom. Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. It's that pencil eraser that saves it on the Honeycomb Alpha yoke. But, yeah. Also, I calibrated with the Windows calibration after I calibrated the yoke hardwired. But, alright, let's get our elevation. It's going to be 8,500 for an altitude tonight. So I'll set that up here. Pretty good. Alright, runway 9 will be to our right. Go that way. Park from there. Go direct out east. And hopefully not hit any aircraft on the way out. Back to the tower frequency. Dominici traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot. We're over at the FBO. Going to taxi to runway 9er via Alpha 1. Dominici. Parking brake off. Okay, told me I tracker on so I can see things. Looking pretty good. I don't know what the heck that little blocky thing is. But, well, it's a little storm grate. Okay. Is it supposed to be up like that? Because I don't know if I'd want to run over that thing. I also don't want to hit the Cessna over there. Alright, we're doing okay. Alpha's over here. Is it me or is this thing really tall? It's kind of weird. Come on now. Alright, right about there. That's better. Okay. Get on the right side of Alpha Eric because you're going to travel here. Back to the checklist. Man, I have not flown in the Caribbean in forever, too. Look at all these graphics, though. Look how fantastic this is. Island Sim Pilot on YouTube, I think it's his name. He flies this all the time. He's a rural private pilot like I am. And this is where he does all like his testing and stuff for the sim. He's a very good resource for the flight sim community on setting up things, testing drivers. Turn off that traffic news for now. I'm gonna do a quick run up over here. Crystal clear blue waters of Puerto Rico. It is calm. I just want to get the tail pointed back there. Alright. With that, we got parking brake on. Alright. Toby die tracker off. Okay. Wait. No, not there yet. Run up. Brakes are set. Fuel proper tank trim set for takeoff. We're going to test this out here. Go. Wheels work. Oh. Electric trim is working as well. Okay. Just needed to make sure. And flight controls. The elevator's not working. Why is the elevator not working? Something's wrong with the elevator. Let's see if it's working. No, it's not working. Okie dokie. I need to fix that. So what's going on? The aileron's working. The elevator's not working. I have something locked in there. It was working earlier. Oh, this isn't good. Yokes. Right yoke, left yoke. I don't think I have anything wrong. Let me try disconnecting the honeycomb and reconnecting it. And if not, we'll have to figure it out. So, and I calibrated everything. I hate to start the flight over again. Might have to though. Kind of need that. I think it's honeycomb yoke. There it is. Got these all marked. I got so many things going in here. All right, let's see if it works after I reconnect it. Nope. Elevator's not working. Why is the elevator not working? X-axis is not registering, nor is the Y. All right. Oh, there's nothing's programmed for that. Elevator set. No. Delete. All right. Axis configuration. Let me go to a different profile. Try to figure this out. But that's why we check things. Oh, here's the Archer. And we'll copy over this thing.
Frontier Flight 9 or 8.
Nope, that's
Turn
not
next
even
taxiway.
doing it. Alright, let me go in the settings here. Boy, it's a good thing I checked that one. Holy shnikes, that could have been terrible. Alpha elevator. Trim, set elevator trim, down, up, elevator axis. No, it's got the right axis. So maybe my calibration's off, in which case I'm gonna have to calibrate it here.
Frontier Flight 9 or 8. Contact ground on 121.7.
Yeah, the elevator's not working.
121.7 for Frontier Flight 9 or 8.
Yeah! All right, we're gonna calibrate this on the fly then. Thank God the parking brake's on. And I guess I'll kind of lead you through how I'm gonna calibrate this because it's not reading the elevator at all. Let me see if it's reading it in this input program I have. I have this DI live thing, which tells me if it's getting the input, which it's supposed to. DI view it is actually. I'm sorry. So this is how we calibrate things, and yeah, it's reading it. So what's going on? Let me try overriding it with it's bad. That's not reading it. It's reading it here. It's not reading it there. It's not even reading it in this thing. In a SPAD. Huh. Okie dokie. We might have to come back on this. It shows that it's working here. So why is it not working there? Does that even make sense? No. Oops, someone's landing. Oh, this is aggravating. Oh, it's so aggravating. I got it all set up and ready to go, and now it's not working. Try to set up USB game controller, see if this is reading it. Okay. Alpha flight controls. No. Okay. It's reading it there too. So what's going on? Okay, this is quite interesting. So let me see what AI says about this. Okay, in-game mapping, and it read it. That's really weird. All right, let me see what it says. Boy, this sucks, huh? So I haven't been looking at chat at all because I'm trying to fix this. Okay, controls. Maybe I should just delete all of it. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in. It's clearly reading it. It's just not reading it elsewhere. Okay. Still not reading it in the game. This could be an elevation. There's no control lock or anything, right? No. Nothing there. I am purely stumped right now. Okay. It's reading everything else. You know what? Let's just restart the flight, I guess. We'll see if it will work. Man, that is weird. Settings. No. All right, we might have to restart it, and if not, we'll take a different aircraft. How's that? Everything else is working. It's just the elevator's not working. Why is the elevator not working? Let me see one more time with SPAD. Maybe I can just get SPAD to override it. Oh, SPAD wasn't even reading this for some reason. It does the elevator. I mean, it does the aileron, but not the elevator. That is weird. It's reading it now. Okay. Well, it's reading it in SPAD now, so I don't know. Better not disconnect. Alright, good thing I restarted SPAD. Man, that is freaking weird, man. Alright, well, flight controls are now free and correct, and thank God we had a checklist. Instruments, trick-waiters in the middle. No, oh, there is a flag. Why is there a flag? Do I have a fuse off? I do. Now the flags. Man, it's just like disaster after disaster being avoided through a run-up. And this is why we do a run-up, everybody. Turn quarters in the middle. No flag. Heading coordinates should be about right where it is. Vertical speed looks good. Horizon, altimeter's decent. It's supposed to be 7 at the but you know. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Okay, alternate air test and close. That's this thing down here. Whoops, not the mixture. This thing right here. That looks good. Alright, alternate air seems to have worked. There's really no way of doing that. Mixture best power. 2,000 RPMs. We do have our parking brake on, right? Yep. And that's why we have a checklist, everybody. We just saved the flight. 2,000 RPMs. Okay, we're going to test the mags. We're going to right first. Whoop! Back to both. It did that thing again where it doesn't lock it down. Left. Back to both. Let's do the trim wheel one more time because I'm not trusting this at all. Good. And yeah, I'm going to try and first. Okay, got me nervous there. Prop, we're going to cycle. RPMs go down. RPMs go up. I'm going to check the oil pressure next. Oil pressure goes down. Oil pressure goes up. And one more final check to make sure no oil splats onto the windshield. Down. Up. Very good. Alright. Vacuum looks good. It's over here. Amps and volts are charging. Fuel pressure is in the green. Oil pressure, oil temperature in the green. We're going to idle. Alright, if there's a problem, take a film. Can't go to otherwise. And this is enough available runway ahead. West will abort takeoff. Land directly ahead on the runway. If we are under, let's say 1,000 feet in this problem, can't go to otherwise, we will abort takeoff. I mean, we will land directly ahead. The 130 turns. Best glide speed in this is 79. And if we're above 1,000 feet in this problem, can't go to otherwise, we'll take a turn to the left and land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever is available to us. Best glide speed 79. We rotate at 70 and we climb at 90. We retract the gear when there's a more available runway to land on. Everyone got that? Prop high RPM, mixture fuel pumps on. Tow jack tracker's off for now, so don't make you dizzy. Gear override not needed. AC windows landing light on. Is everything on? No, landing light didn't go on, so let's do that myself. Anti-collision. That's my strobe light. This fuel pump on. Why is that not working? Come on, man. Everything's supposed to be working here. Yeah, nothing wants to work. Oh well, just do it ourselves then. Pitot heat works though. Alright. And the nav lights are on. Where's this nav? That's nav. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna set this to 121. So many things. A little rusty in the arrow, won't lie. This is why we do this stuff. Okay, and we are good to go. So again, rotate 70, climb at 90, check the gear 1, 2. Alright, let's call this thing. Turn the tablet off for you. Dominici traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot departing runway 9er, departure to the east. Dominici. With that, Toby, I tracker on. What is that thing? Is that traffic or a bird? That's traffic, alright. So I don't know if he's landing or not. I don't think he is. He's a little further out there. Look good, no traffic there. Traffic there. Is he landing or not? I can't hear anything, so I'm not gonna go because I'm gonna let him go. He's fine. He's going to San Juan. Alright. And here we go. We use all the runway. If we have more runway, we have landing still. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let me just set up windows here. Sorry, while I look that way. Alright, we are good. Alright, full throttle. Release, here we go. It says runway 9 here, but yet the, actually the 8 is the same one. I wasn't thinking that. I'm dumb. Okay. And rotate. Pretty good. Trim up a little bit. Tab it off right now. Alright, gear up. Now, we gotta be careful of San Juan, so we're gonna take a little turn to the left. 45 degrees out. And we get out of any San Juan, international traffic here. Alright, pretty good. So that is over there. It's not that far, to be honest with you. Okay, let's try turning this on. Now. No, that's not working. God, everything's not working. What is going on? It's in there. No, the real SID gear's not working. I'm gonna restart SPAD. Pilot needs to stay on. Okay. Oh, that's not working either. Crap. Alright. It can work in a second. Pilot's a little weird. It's not locking on. I forgot about that with this model here. Not the best autopilot. Shooting up. Yep. Come on, autopilot. It's locked on now. Well, let's bring some more speed. stop at 8,500.
Iberia Tree 79er, exit runway when able.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fly over San Juan Minos International. Tokyo Trent off. There we go. Okay, we're off the coast, so we're probably looking pretty good. That's why this is a class Delta. Look at Puerto Rico, everybody. Beautiful. That's where we departed from. Okay, we got cruise control. 25 inches of manifold. Cube, 25, 50-ish. That's what we do with my Arrow 2 that I fly.
Iberia Tree 79er, exit runway when able.
Look at this. It's wonderful graphics. Puerto Rico. Very cool. How's our speed looking? It's looking pretty good. A lot better now. This autopilot's a little wonky. Totally forgot about that. But thanks to Otto, the autopilot, for showing up tonight eventually. Your help is appreciated.
Iberia Tree 79er, exit runway when able.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
And this is a, I don't know what this is, because when I look at the chart here, I'm gonna say it's a class Charlie now.
Iberia Tree 79er, contact
It
ground
said it
on
was like a
121.7.
extended delta almost on Sky Vector. But either way, you'd want to be in contact with the air traffic controller. This is the international airport here, Puerto Rico.
121.7 for Iberia Tree 79er.
And I am going to go to Matsumitacom now, so that way we're good to go. But man, these two airports close to each other, very close. All right, not bellying up the mixture. That might help too. Oh, Jesus Christ! Slipping. Nope, it's doing that weird glitchy thing again. All right, let me turn off the prop here. I know what it's doing. We got so many problems right now. I can't even tell you. So that's in the game. Alright, I gotta do one more thing. I'm very sorry. Controls, I gotta deactivate the site check. No, thank God I didn't do that. The Redbird Ally. Deactivate. Alright, save back. Now, oh, it's still a little glitchy. It's weird that it's glitchy like that. I guess it is. Weird. This whole thing is weird tonight. I'm just like, what? Well, it's holding now, so. Puerto Rico. Let's get the drone cam on, actually. Better shot here. Oh, there we are. It's like, where is it? Coming at you. Seconds. It's an interesting shot. Alright, back into the plane. I don't know why it's glitchy. It is. Anyways, a little bit like 2 hours, especially when we get to cruise altitude. We're fine. And we've passing by some islands. I don't think we'll be overflying them, but Cyril E. King. This is the United States, the Virgin Islands. I believe St. Thomas will be off our left up ahead. And bet you the frame rates are awesome because we have the ocean here, which tends to boost the frame rates here. It's saying I got 46, 54, so it bounces up and down. It goes all the way up to 80. So figure about an average of about 50 frames, somewhere around there. Not bad at all. This scenery is awesome. Very cool. Traffic nameplates aren't turning on now. Why? Oh, there they are. And that was weird. A lot of weird, funky things happening tonight. But we are on the East server. So if you want to join me on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, you can be my wingman anytime. Just know that. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry for that first soda, which was somewhere. Oh, bullshit. It's a Sprite there.
You can be mine.
We didn't go through all our soda for the holidays, so cheers. I like Sprite. Sprite's good. Ah. We'll point out the islands as we go. Still over Puerto Rico right now. Things look glorious. Not real world time, but this is real world weather. Climbed to 8,500 feet. So let's make sure this kind of works. It's weird that it's jumping around. I'm gonna try something. Oh, that is totally off. Oh, leave it where it is. Be at St. John's in about 2 hours. Fantastic. Fantastic scenery. The reason why I'm going 8,500, we're going to be over water for quite a while, so we might have a chance. We might not have a chance, but we'll see. Just going to leave it here for a little bit. We'll see what happens. Feels good to fly again, even if I'm having all these glitchy problems here. See what we can do. Over the Rio Grande. Rio Grande. Right below. I think it's this thing. It does look pretty big. Rio Grande, I guess. Never been to Puerto Rico in my life. So I wouldn't know, but all I know is this scenery looks awesome right now. Way better than the snow we're getting up here in the Northeast for real. Oh boy. And I don't know what it is with my elevator and stuff, but it's working now. I better not do that later on. We do have some St. John's scenery in the future here too as well. We will be landing at an airport with scenery made by Tropical Sim. Tropical Sim's gonna be St. John's scenery. So, some people love just flying in the islands. I can see why. Over the water is challenging though. That looks gorgeous. If I were to drop a little hint about my 6th annual marathon, we might be doing this in the future. Maybe. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Alright, we're getting up towards cruise. Kind of took it easy on cruise here. I have no clue why my mixture's like doing that. No clue. No clue why it's doing that. Come on now. I didn't do anything to this. Come on, man. Stop it. That's weird. It's not supposed to be doing that. Stay there. All right, still over Puerto Rico. The Piper Arrow, it's a little slower than the Bonanza. I've been flying lately on the simulator. That makes it more scenic, right? And I do, or can, have the ability to fly an Arrow too in real life, so it brings it back. Look at the airport out there. That is Jose Apon de la Torre. And I don't know who that is. Why it's there, but that's what's there. Out in the distance there's St. Thomas, part of the United States still. As we make our way out to St. John's. Just checking out the stream on the laptop here. It's pretty good. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope 2026 is better than 2025. 2025 was not my stellar year. Ghost of Johnny, welcome to the broadcast. Nice to have you aboard. What does this mean? We gotta get you a sound. Anyways, I'm gonna use this as an introduction for you. So Ghost of Johnny is flying with us once again tonight. And that didn't work. It should work. I don't know why that didn't work. Oh, because I only have it set to, I only have it set to YouTube, but even that should work. That's weird. There you go. Ghost of Johnny. We're going to be flying the islands tonight. Don't know why it didn't work from YouTube, though. Does it work from Kick? Let's try that. Give me a second. One more. Here we go. Nope, I must have to program that in still. Sorry about that. It works if you're on Twitch though. Weird. Alright. We're not a cruise yet, but we're getting there. With the higher temperatures and thinner air, that's probably why. Well, looks like we're leveling out though. Yeah, we're leveling out at 8.5. Alright, cool. Just do one final lead in the mixture as long as my mixture thing wants to work for me. This is weird, man. It's not calibrated wrong either. I don't know. Let me try turning it off on here. Yeah, I had dual input with SPAD. Okay. That's what was going on there. Bad button. Alright. Now let's kick this down to 22. Keep it at 20 or 50 shows. Ground speed of 132, not bad for an Arrow. Not a Bonanza. St. Thomas off our left. On the right is the Isla de Vieques, which is part of Puerto Rico. There. And at 8.5, we'll see. I'm going to go higher if I have to, because higher over big stretches of water is probably better than lower. It's good to fly the Arrow again. Just Flight, they had an update on this. That's why everything was set the way it was. I get it now. Because I installed it in this version, 2024. So. Again, feel free to join us, East server, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Flying is highly encouraged, especially with this beautiful scenery, let me tell you. Got lots of boats down there. They liked him. He went there on a business trip. He's now retired. took my mother-in-law and stuff. That was shortly after they had the hurricane problem there, when they had the Antigua search that the place that he worked for, only what was going on with the island, telling them out. That's the only thing about living on Puerto Rico, is probably just all the hurricanes, you know. I think we're overdue for a hurricane in the Northeast. St. Thomas. And Isla de Vieques. I'm gonna say it wrong, but and oh, it's a ban on Twitch. How's that? There you go. Pretty good here. Travel the Caribbean. Every time I fly in the Caribbean, though, I think of the Saturday Night Live sketch with Michael Bolton, Jack Sparrow, which I can't play on stream because I'll probably get a copyright strike, but go check that out sometime. Just search up on YouTube, SNL, Jack Sparrow, Michael Bolton, and it's pretty cool. Okay, let's do our checklist just to make sure we got it, because it saved our hides tonight when things weren't working. I'll get my checklist out. Close that down for some reason. Alright. Cruise. Good, fuel pump is off. Should have been off. Alright, instruments, taxi land. It's gonna stay on. Throttle prop mixture instruments, heading integrated compass. G set. Fuel proper tank will switch as needed. Okay, that's all I needed to know. For some reason, when you set the DG, it goes nuts. So, how are we doing on fuel? Looking pretty good. We're on the left right now. Switch to the right. Fuel pump on. Switch to the right. And fuel pump off. Fuel pressure holding. You might remember the arrow, not this arrow, but an arrow 3. 729er, Echo Foxtrot. We took that marathon last July. That was a heck of a flight. It's the family sky cruiser, whatever that wagon sky cruiser. Can't remember what I called it. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I'm gonna fly the. As of now, I'm gonna fly the Beechcraft, the Bonanza, for the next marathon. It's gonna be and include maybe some of this. So. That is a charity stream we usually do in July or August to raise money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. My participation in the Great Cycle Challenge. I gotta get biking as soon as it gets on. As snowy out, we're gonna start getting on that New Year's resolution. I will ride the bike more. Getting older, I'm not getting any younger, but I feel okay. I got a couple of things coming up. I do have to check on a pilot bud though. Older gentleman with surgery, so well, I'm not sure if he did or not. Oh, that's not good. I'm reading about it now, and I'll say I'm not going to report on this one. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. Yeah, it didn't end well. That sucks. That's not good. Well, unfortunately, he passed, so that's not good. But, yeah, that sucks. He was a nice guy. Well, Godspeed to you, sir. Blue skies. So. He went through a lot as a pilot too. He did like a FAA safety seminar. That's where I met him in person for the first time. And Coast Guard, the whole bit. So good luck to, I guess, condolences to his family. And we'll have to see. But they said he was out of surgery earlier today. And that there were still some things that had to go through. But he chose that instead of doing another treatment that would have been months and this and that. He was a good guy. He will be missed in the Tonopah community. That's St. Thomas down there. Benjamin. No, that's the Isla de Culebra, Puerto Rico still. Sorry. My daughter's blowing a whistle downstairs. Don't mind the whistle. So St. Thomas is actually this island out there. This is still part of Puerto Rico. That's Benjamin Rivera Noriega airport down there. As we continue on. That sucks. We were acquaintances. It's just the way it goes, I guess. It sucks. Man, like lately, a lot of people that are or feel like acquaintances or that are acquaintances, they're not doing so well in my world. This is not the best. So and I'm talking about like Adam LeWoo. Like I've been watching that guy like forever. He just passed. And, like I know a lot of people either know him or don't, but like one of the best vloggers, if not the best, on YouTube. So read this again. Yeah, they gave the whole background too, because no one knew what was going on. They just knew he was going for surgery, but it was cancer. That sucks. Another good one lost, that's all I'm going to say. Yep, I don't let it dampen the mood too much here. Let's try to do this. St. Thomas, out in the distance on the left there. How are we looking overall? Suction's good. Amps charging. Airspeed looks good. Fuel flow is pretty decent. Usually I aim for 11, but it's 8.5. We have about an hour and a half to go here. And lots of water with St. Thomas off our left. Unfortunately, on my tablet, it doesn't have the line that goes to it. Excuse me, because it only reads on the American section of this. We're about to go into international waters in about, I'd say, about 20 minutes or so. Got some contrails there. But this is not the safest thing. But by going to 8.5, you have a chance of at least getting closer to an island. In real life, I might even go up to 10.5. If I go above 10.5, then you really gotta worry about oxygen a lot. But I still want to carry oxygen around here. And also, you want a raft. You need a raft according to rules. And I'd be wearing a inflatable life vest. So. Anyways. Out there is St. Croix, which is also part of the Virgin Islands, United States. So we're seeing out there off our right. We're just heading out to the big blue ocean. St. Martin's going to be the next island to see after these two big islands here. And this indeed was where pirates kind of ruled the seas in the late 1700s. 1700s, I'd say 1750s by the end of the pirate era, something on there. Hey, looks pretty good. Oh, we're on vacation this whole week. Go back to teaching on January 5th. It just worked out that way with the dates. So. Let's take a picture of this with St. Thomas there. Goes to Johnny Smile. I'm going to take a little picture of you behind us. St. Croix. I don't remember how the U.S. got the Virgin Islands. Let me ask AI here. How did the U.S. United States get the Virgin Islands? And let's see what it says. U.S. acquired Virgin Islands by purchasing them from Denmark for $25 million in 1917. That makes sense because we're in the kind of the Danish territories. First, for $25 million. Strategic military location in the Panama Canal to prevent German control during World War I finalized in decades of negotiations under the treaty with Danish West Indies. So the Danish controlled St. Thomas and St. Croix since the late 1600s, along with sugar plantations were by enslaved Africans. And after slavery was abolished in 1848, the island's economy declined, making the potential still target for Denmark. The U.S. grew interested in strategic value, and the U.S. negotiated multiple times in the early 20th century when President Woodrow Wilson really wanted this. The treaty for the sale was signed in 1960 and ratified by the U.S. Senate in January 1917. The U.S. wanted to secure naval bases and protect its interests in the Caribbean around the Panama Canal. That makes sense, especially with Germany's growing influence. Surprised Denmark sold them. They still have St. Martin. St. Martin is Dutch. So. Man, it's good to fly the Caribbean. I haven't done that in a long time. Kind of wants to be on. Off, right? That's on. Oh no, that's off. Okay. Let's see. Kind of lights are off. All right, we're just cruising on Vets and Metacom. A little Volanta action here. Let's see where we're going. So we departed out of San Juan, Puerto Rico at Dominici Airport, and basically just climbed. I took a left out, but then I climbed over there and straight ever since. Antigua and Barbuda, sorry, at BC International. So, very cool. Learned something about the U.S. Virgin Islands because I didn't remember how we got them. These are territories. United States. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll have enough time and money to get down here. Powerball. Hey, anyone else play Powerball out there? That was quite the jackpot, I can tell you. I played 3 times. I won $8 total. And I never played Powerball. I haven't played Powerball forever. I figured, what the heck, try it out, you know. Some person from Arkansas, was it, won it. So they won like 800 something million if they take the lump sum. Just saying. At that point, I'm buying an airplane and a hangar, probably. Renting out hangar space. There you go. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking about too. Yeah, exactly. So, but I'll keep being the small-time entrepreneur on the side while I have my regular teaching job. Hopefully someday something will blow up enough. So I'll probably be working even after I retire from teaching. To be honest with you. Even if I won all that money, I probably want to do something. Probably entrepreneurial. Yeah. Something wrong with Plague as long as you have the money to risk, you know. Grand Princess is out there. It's a passenger ship, even though it doesn't look like running a sim, I don't think. We can do a flyby with the drone actually. Let's do that. Oh, here we go. There's the Grand Princess. There you are. Nope, that's uncrewed. Huh. Must be like a drone ship. I don't even know if they have those, but let's go check out the Grand Princess here. Skim the water with the drone cam. Very cool. It's out of San Juan, I think. I think that's what PRSJ means. Yeah, doesn't look like a passenger ship. It's like an oil tanker or something. But again, that might just be the model match. Lots of ships out here. Well, there were. That's what I thought. St. Thomas is over here. Let's go look at St. Thomas. Well, that was probably the time to play. I think that's the biggest jackpot, no? Could be the second. Closer up on St. Thomas with the drone cam. Nice little island here. Could be yours for 12.5 million, I guess, because that was one of 2 for 25 million. Here's the airport over here. I have a lot of scenery in the Caribbean too. I should probably utilize it more. But we uninstalled 2020 today, so 2020 is no more on my computer. I did keep all the scenery though, as you can see. So Cyril E. King Airport, St. Thomas. Where are the resorts? I don't know, but the island looks pretty nice. 12.5 million. It could be yours. Actually, that's at $1917. So let's see what that is today. We'll return back to the aircraft here. What is 25 million? What is 25 million dollars? 1917. It's equivalent, well, $632,765,625 today. So actually, if you go by today's prices, you're looking at about $316 million for an island. That's the actually, we're sticking the drone cam up there too. Let's go check out St. Croix. Let's do it. There we go. Man, we only got like an hour, 16 minutes. That's crazy. And I don't fear as much as 2020. If I did this, I'd be fearing because it always ran out of memory or something. But 2024 has been really good. Hence why we uninstalled 2020 today. So, keeping all the scenery and stuff I had. I still have the backup of the old Cirrus too. Never got that to install alongside the turbocharged Cirrus. I kind of wanted both. And Microsoft's like, oh, you can't do that. So, here's St. Croix. Here's an airport around here somewhere. I think it's over here, actually. Nope, it's the other side. All right, oh, it's over there. Here we go. Small little airport. Does it have a terminal? Yeah. Looks like it's default, though. Maybe not. That looks like a racetrack of some sort. No, it's not the fall. I don't know who made that scenery, but it's not bad. Yeah. See, they have some oil products there. Pretty nice island. Could be yours for the price of $316 million in today's dollars. That's actually quite a lot of money, no? So now you can understand why Denmark would take that money back then. All right, we are on track here for St. John's. Next island we'll be close to, and I wouldn't say close to, is St. Martin. It should be out in the distance over there, probably where all that traffic is. That's going to take us a while. We're almost in international waters right now. We'll be in the San Juan Oceanic area, actually. So actually, this is still part of the United States controlled air traffic control there. St. Martin's does not have. Oh, it does have an airport. I was like, where's the airport? Let's keep an eye on that little mountain there. British Virgin Islands right over the United States ones. St. John is over here as well. That's United States owned as well. And then right over here is Britain. Tortola. So it ends right there. It's the Virgin Islands for the United States. Next to the British Virgin Islands. St. Martin's going to be over here. Take a look at that. We fly by. We already saw St. Croix. Notice it still has Dutch names on it too. So, I did some. I couldn't sleep one of the nights before vacation, and I did some more of my research on my family tree, which I do here and there. And I found this old newspaper resource online. It's not free, but you can sign up for 7 days free trial. I found out a lot about my family. Like things that were told to me that couldn't be proven, but now are proven. Like not good things and some good things. So it's amazing what you can get online. So I don't like to call my grandfather because I don't associate with him, but my father's father, that's what I'm saying. I found out that when he was a taxi cab driver early, right after my father was born, some people held him up and drove him to the middle of a state park and tied him up with his belt and stole his money and stuff. That was in a newspaper crime report, and I was like, wow, you know. But he did a lot of things that weren't right. That's all I'm gonna say. So maybe it served him right. I don't know. But all that stuff was found in newspapers. So now that is factual evidence that actually happened. I didn't hear about that. I did hear about my mother's grandmother's ex-husband did some terrible things, and I also found that in newspapers, believe it or not, from 1930s around here. It's crazy what you can find. So that is factual too, because you couldn't really trust everyone saying it, but everyone's like, "Yeah, that happened." It happened. It's crazy what you can find in newspapers from 1930s. Yep. So I saved all that stuff for family history. Now we know it was real. Guy went to prison for 2 years. Never met the guy, and guess that would make her my great-grandmother. She divorced him smartly right after that incident. So that's also in the newspapers as well. So amazing what you can find. St. Martin out in the distance, right over there, that little hill. I believe that's it. And Princess Juliana Airport, obviously a famous airport where you stand on the beach and aircraft land just feet above you as they go in from the approach there. We'll try to take a look at that too. I have all the scenery installed. So let's check out our fuel while we're over the water here. This thing is sipping fuel. This carries about 70 to 80 gallons, so we have more than enough to get there. We have about an hour and 10 to go. And yeah, we'll switch to the left. Fuel pump on. Switch to the left. Pump off, fuel pressure holding. And we're looking really good. Amazing what you can find out online though when you have time. And you can't sleep. He lived in Federal Hill. That was not proven, but I was told that he was someone involved with the senior side of the Italian family, if you will. And that I have not found any hard evidence on. But he did live in Federal Hill in Providence, which is like where the New England crime family had its base of operations. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that might be a stretch, but I can't say it's a definite or not definite thing. It hasn't been proven. Everything else did, though, so maybe there's a good chance. The guy was not a nice guy. So. And we are about to go into the lesser, is it the lesser Antilles? The Leeward Islands. It just says lesser. So I don't know what that means. Virgin Islands, it says lesser. Not lying. That's what it says in this section. Take a look at this. Lesser. What does that mean? The ADIS seems to be right there, so I'm thinking that once we cross this, we're kind of like in Dutch territory? Or British? I don't really know. Leeward Islands are over there. Let's see if lesser can be found out by online AI search here. Whoop, what was that? TNCM traffic, they're on file for so lesser near, let's say St. Martin. What is it? Yes, Lesser Antilles. Switches from Grenada. It's divided into three groups. The islands of the Lesser Antilles are divided into groups. The Windward Islands, these are the Leeward Islands. Leeward Islands in the north and Leeward Antilles in the west. The Windward Islands are so called because they were more windward to sailing ships arriving in the New World than the Leeward Islands. Transatlantic currents and winds provide the fastest route across the ocean to ships. Yep. Well, interesting. Their Lesser Antilles are divided to 8 independent nations and numerous dependent and non-sovereign states, and they're politically associated with the United Kingdom, France, the Netherlands, and the United States. Over 1/3 of the total area population of Lesser Antilles lies in Trinidad and Tobago. That's way down south. The sovereign nation comprising the 2 southernmost islands. So this whole thing, this whole chain that goes all the way down there, is known as the Antilles. And I don't know a lot about the Caribbean, but it is kind of cool to read about. Let's see what my frame rate is above the water here. It's not using much VRAM. It's not giving me a frame per second though. Oh, we're only getting like 29. Oh, interesting. It says 29. Wonder why. Thought I'd be pumping, seeing that we had tons of water. I don't know if that's right. Oh, it's locking down to 30. It's not using much of my CPU or my VRAM. Graphics card's the one driving it. It's almost 44% of my 128 gigabytes of RAM is being used. Yeah, interesting. No, it's smooth. That's all that matters to me. So, now that I'm seeing that, that might be the Saba Island out there in the distance. So it's kind of like 2 islands. One right in front of me is Saba. So St. Martin's actually more to the left out there. I don't know if you can see it. let's go get Saba in Mansour. Fly it. This might be too far out. We'll have to see. How far away am I from the plane? Yeah. Wow. It's just lots of water here. Wow. Well, we'll get closer actually. St. Martin up that way, north of Saba. There. Can't see anything. Very little bit over there. Saba, St. Eustatius, which is also it's up there. St. Bartholomew, which is French, is out there. This is crazy that so many islands are still owned colonial like powers from Europe. You know. Also, we're not 8-5 anymore. Why? Because I didn't hold development. That's why. That's crazy. Alright, we do have to try to get some updated pressure settings here. So let's try to do that. Saba's there. Saba's actually got an airport. Wangsho E. Rasquin. Tango November Charlie Sierra. Just find all the stuff on here. Juliana says Altura 1016. So I have to find out what that is. So that's QNH 1016. 2 inches. 3000. 3000. Drive from Chat GPT. Well, actually, just Google AI overview. Search for something. I'd have a chart. I do have a chart on my desktop, but it's much easier just to type it in. This convention take right there too. All right, should probably be about 7,002. Seeing that we're in international waters now. And I had it on testing the whole time, so that's not good either. Now it's working. Dude, so much stuff tonight. So United States VFR is 1200. That's working now. Is the landing light working? Oh yeah, it's all working now. I'm thinking the fuel pump works. Okay. So SPAD was just wigging out. I want the nav lights. That's not this job, is it? Just temporarily till it's down. There you go. Now the nav lights are on. 2-ish. Lots of water. Lots of water. Renaissance ship. There goes to Johnny. I didn't see you in a while. I don't know if you're still with us or not. Could just be the swim. Not much for cruise ships, but it's you gotta do it. Why not down here, you know? Might still need a passport to go to St. Thomas, even though it's the United States. It's a territory. I don't know. Let me ask. What does a U.S. citizen need to travel to St. Thomas? No, you don't need a passport. You need a government-issued photo ID, probably proof of citizenship, to fly back to the U.S. Passport is recommended. Yeah, that makes sense. Real ID, which I have. Yeah, makes sense. Uh-oh, lost sound. Uh-oh, I lost sound in the simulator. Might have to go to a... Give me a second here. I don't know why it did that, but it did. Might be a black screen for a second, might not be. Yeah, give me a second. It'll come back. I don't know why it does that. It's funny, it hasn't done that in a while. And I upgraded to like I have a lightning port on this, so I just have it directly with USB-C from the capture box. But hey, whatever, as long as it kind of works, we're good, right? Hour to go. Over the water, though, that's what makes it scary. Doing great on fuel, though. We're on the left. Switch it to the right. Fuel pump on. Switch to the right. And fuel pump off. Pressure holding. Look at that. Look how much gas we still have. It's amazing. This thing does have like a little clipboard. Never really got. I mean, it has like the whole thing here. But they have a page where you're supposed to able, like this tells you where to click, but see this? I tried dropping a PNG of the actual like checklist I have for this, and it didn't work. So don't quite know what's up with that. We'll have to see if I can do that someday. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. I will try for that back. So St. Martin again is going to be out there. This is Saba Island, which does have an airport on it, believe it or not. And St. Louis Station. So I know a lot of this only because of Sid Meier's Pirates. It was a good game back in the day. It still is. I still pull it out once in a while and play a couple, an hour or two on it. It taught me a lot about pirates. True story. Sid Meier's games often teach you a lot about things. Civilization's a classic. Have not bought Civilization 7 though. There's people that didn't like it, and I'm like, I don't play. I mean, I guess I do play it enough when I get into it, but I don't wait till it goes on sale with some add-on packs and stuff. I have a bunch of games earmarked, and I'm waiting for like January 1st, so that way it's on the credit card, kind of space the cost out and see if they're still on sale, because they should be. Steam's running a big sale till January 5th, so. But Euro Truck Simulator might be part of that. We'll have to see. See, I never bought it. I'll be buying that big pack with all the add-ons and stuff. So, alright, gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. And we're back. All right. This has definitely been a flight I haven't done in a while. Yeah, St. Martin's out there. You can see the traffic out there. I'm going to get closer to Saba before I said the drone came out. But again, there would be an airport on that island to land at, however hard that might be. It's right on the edge here. Look at this. Right on the edge. Wancho E. Rasquin Airport. Small little dinky airport, not big at all. Look at that. Could probably do that short landing. St. Martin is to the north of that. That's again Princess Juliana. Where's the runway? There we go. Here's the beach that everyone stands on while the plane just like beat over you. We are right about here-ish. No, more over here. We had to land somewhere. We try to get to Saba. I don't know if we'd make it, but we probably have about 10 minutes of glide or so. So I think we'd come up short still. Probably more like 9 minutes. Averaged. And that's at best glide, which is 79. So. Man, gotta fly the Caribbean a little more often after this. This is pretty nice. Fuel aplenty. Fuel aplenty. The Arrow is great for long distance, if you ask me. So, it's not the fastest moving aircraft. You get swelled by your Cirrus and your Bonanza, but it's not much slower than a Cirrus. It's about 15 knots less true airspeed than a Cirrus. And the Bonanza moves even faster. I'm talking about averages here. I usually say the Cirrus about 152 true airspeed. The Bonanza 836 is about 163. So that's why you saw me flying that for a while. I love that aircraft. But I'll be trying to rotate the aircraft here a little bit. Like tonight, I want to go back to the Arrow. And then gonna get back to the Cessna and stuff like that. I have a whole list of aircraft I can fly. So, things to do, theme music, tons of stuff. I'm also revamping all the graphics for this stream too, but taking my time with it to make it really nice. So, let's see if I have chat back up. Lose you all. I have to go this way. So all the aircraft I felt like, oh, I could fly and has like its things to do. It's an aircraft to fly, flying in France. No. My real world long flight ideas. Oh, there it is. All right. So in the Eric flight roster, or the hangar, if you will, while we're flying near Saba, we have a 152 November 482 Echo Foxtrot, a 172 November 489 Echo Foxtrot. You can get a livery on the 182 to G1000. I think that's Coronado. We'll have to try that again. I have the Piper Warrior 2 November 120 Echo Foxtrot Bonanza V35 Bravo November 712 Echo Foxtrot. The Cirrus I have to do a repaint on. I have to see if I can get that working again, and if it's good enough. That's the default Cirrus. So. Cirrus Vision Jet, I have to see if that's working again. But I did put my livery in the 2024 508 Echo Foxtrot. I need to make a livery for the DA40, the general one. DB20 is more of a 152-ish Diamond, so I haven't flown that in a long time. The Cessna 170's got the tail wheel, I need a livery for that. The Stearman, I haven't flown that in forever. Jabiru, I haven't flown it forever either. And I actually have a, I want to change the tail number on that, but I put as 40 Echo Foxtrot as well. The Arrow 3, which you're seeing tonight, 513 Echo Foxtrot Bonanza. 836 November 808 Echo Foxtrot. So we're doing a lot of that. Next aircraft to try to get going, if you will. I'm going to take off the Arrow 3 now. We have the M20 Aviation. The Honda Jet, I have to do a paint job on that. Tecna P92, we've done that way in the past. That's actually an ultralight, actually, I'm sorry. No, so what was it before? The G36, that comes with the simulator. Should probably get to that since I love the Alpha 36 so much. Trinidad. We have a Trinidad that I haven't flown in a long time. The Vans RV14, I have that, I haven't flown that. So, we have lots of light sports too. The Jabiru is the only one I've actually put a livery on. But we have the Trike Ultralight. We also have a paramotor that we got off of Ford Learn to Fly stream. He was flying on there and the developer was like, oh yeah, it's kind of cool. But it's a paramotor, so it's different. I was flying that around Mount Washington on the simulator in New Hampshire. And you don't even need a license for that. That's crazy. You know? But alright, let's go check out Saba, the simulator out here. And then we'll try to take a swim over to St. Martin. How's that? We got about 51 minutes till we get to St. John's. We also have some clouds out here. But yeah, you're looking at one, might be a little preview of the 6th annual marathon. I think we're going to take it to the Caribbean as of now. That's not in stone. I have not set up graphics nor a theme. But we'll see. Here's Saba Island, just owned by Holland, the Dutch. It's a nice little island. Here's that little airport over here. So that's the closest airport you're gonna try to land at. Good luck on that one. That thing is small. You do have an antenna there. All right, St. Martin is over here. Let's see if we can go to Princess Juliana. I have scenery on that too. That's like an awesome scenery to get, by the way. I can't remember who it is. Is it Any Builds? Let me check who it is before we do anything. No, it's Airworthy Design, St. Martin. This is 2020 compatible. What I'm seeing. Yeah. Alright, so see it even has like the people. If I disconnect this thing for a second, alright. It has the people right here waiting to greet you as you land. I just have to slow this down a little bit in a second. Yeah, slow down. Slow down. Crystal blue waters. There we go. So it has all these people on the beach ready to wave you on in as you land. Pretty cool, huh? Tons of add-ons. Love my add-ons. I know it's gonna say that my GPU is going nuts, but yeah. And they jump and holler and stuff too. But yeah, they got like the bars on the side. Islander Club there. If you look at the airport itself, it should have a hangar in it. Yeah. So there you go. Princess Juliana, St. Martin. North of where we are. Some nice scenery as well. This has always been like a Microsoft Flight Simulator airport to land at. Very cool. Leave me from the beach here. Oh. It's a little jumpy. So there you go. They're all waving out. Come on down and land. Alright, back to the aircraft where we are. That's Saba Island. It's the first island we saw. Then you have St. Eustatius out there in the distance. We'll take a look at that as we pass by. So, which has an orange star down there. Saba Bank. I don't know what that means over here. Probably like a little sea in the middle of the ocean or something. I don't know. It's to the south of us. How are we doing now? We're doing amazing. I'm going to keep it on the right for now until it's 30. Probably going to avoid this cloud too, so I'll set my DG for a second. Go over to the right here. Heading on. Heading. It should turn us out of that cloud there. I'm going to have to do some deviating here. Slight deviations to get away from clouds.
Possible pilot deviation, advise you contact Las Vegas approach at. I'll give you the number when you're ready to copy.
Not ready to copy. I'm flying.
Autopilot's off because he's going wonky on me. Heading on. This is doing this thing now. If anything, I'm going to climb to 10.5 to get even more time and glide in case we go down in the firing death. I think we're going to be okay for now. 10.5, they don't require you to have oxygen, but I'd probably carry oxygen on any of these flights just to have that option. That, a raft, and inflatable life vest, which I have those because sometimes I fly to Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. Nantucket's kind of the big one. So, or if I'm flying over Plymouth Harbor, I pick it up. Direct to Provincetown. Gives you a chance. Those aren't cheap. They have CO2 cartridges that blow them up, and you want the one that doesn't have the dissolvable tablet in water, like auto inflation, if you will. So if you have to get out of the airplane first and sink it, you want to be able to pull that once you're out of the aircraft. So things you got to think of as a pilot flying over water. I think over 50 nautical miles you're required to have a raft. So this is definitely something you need a raft in. Saba Island, St. Eustatius. See if we can go right through there. It's good. Yeah, lots of things to plan if you're a road pilot and flying over the water. Again, we depart San Juan, Puerto Rico, went through the U.S. Virgin Islands, and now we're on our way to Antigua and Barbuda, which is our final destination today. There's that Saba airport. We saw that small little airport there. We went right over Arnstad and St. Eustatius. Take a look at that as we're flying. Very cool. I can see why people like flying in the Caribbean. Similar to south. Try to get these clouds. If not, go 10-5. There's Saba, St. Eustatius right in front of us. Didn't pull my altitude because I headed off a slight descent here. You know what? Let's just climb. Let's just climb to 10-5. Let's just do it. Here we go. Yeah, these clouds give us more altitude. 10-5. Okay, full throttle. That's about as good as it's going to get. So, climb to 10-5. Island of Saba. Got about 50 minutes till we get to St. John's. This is very much worth it tonight, this flight. And I know this is Hawaiian, but you know what? They're islands. We can do that. Welcome to Hulu. Believe it or not, this was invented by the Nazi Germany. I remember that. I'll always remember that. They embargoed orange soda to Nazi Germany, so they made their own. They made Fanta. And then it was bought out over the years. So, but I think it's a decent orange soda. It's like Joe and the Volcano. You know that movie with Tom Hanks? And they drink orange soda. That's like their big thing. They drink orange soda. Climb to 10-5 to get above these clouds a little bit more. And you'd be worried about, you know, anything that goes on with oxygen deprivation here at 10-5. So it shouldn't be huge, but St. Martin out there in the distance. Actually, we switch to the left right now. So you'll pump on, switch to the left. You'll pump off, you'll pressure hold. Almost at 10-5. remember. I can't remember the service ceiling on the arrow. Let's see what it is. Piper Arrow 3 depends on the model. Standard, normally aspirated, which is what reflects around 15,000 to 16,200 feet. Turbocharged can go up to 20,000 feet. So, makes sense. Okay, St. Eustatius is probably the next island we're going to see. Let's go direct here now. Make sure it doesn't bounce the autopilot. So it does that. It's pretty wild here. So nothing about this Piper Arrow. Just like still got to fix that stuff. Okay, St. Kitts and Nevis is not there. This is St. Eustatius. St. Kitts and Nevis is out there. Yeah, let's go take a look at St. Eustatius, shall we? Still in the drone cam. Here we go. So that's Saba Island, like I said. And St. Eustatius is over here. I think this is the thing they do when you're flying over water. Let's go see the islands in the drone cam. So. Orange Stott is over here as well. St. Eustatius. Huge ship there, look at that. Got some petroleum production or something there. There's the airport. Pretty nice island. This is the Orange Stott right here. See, I have an old fort there or something. Old Dutch fort, probably. That's interesting, huh? It's like on a rock cliff. A lot of these, I think, would be extinct volcanoes. Maybe active, I don't know. That definitely looks like a volcano of some sort. Out there is St. Kitts and Nevis, which we'll look at later on. Saba Island over there. We're out there somewhere. St. Martin out there. What's that island? That's Gustavia. St. Bartholomew, which is French. Is that what that is? Really? Wow. Yeah, it looks like it. Interesting. So you have St. Martin, and then you have France right next door at St. Bartholomew, which is over here. Look at that. Lots of ships there. Wow, look at that. Cool, huh? St. Bartholomew. There's the airport right there. Oh, is this the one that has the runway? This might have the runway where you gotta really dip down and get in there. That might be it. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's go back to where we are. She's right here. And that's St. Eustatius where we just went with the drone cams. And then St. Kitts and Nevis we'll look at as we go by. So. Very cool. Got about 37 minutes to St. John's. Probably get an updated pressure setting here somewhere. Let's see where we're at. Get one out of St. Kitts. One. They don't really have the frequency on there. Let's see if they have it. Second. I'm gonna use Sky Vector first and stuff. Ground tower approach. No, so you probably contact them and they tell you the pressure setting. So we'll pretend we did that. It says QNH 1016, but I think it's the same. What is 1016 in inches? Yeah, 3000. That's right where we are. So. Yeah, it's been a quite interesting flight here. Thought about this one myself. I'm like, let's go somewhere warm. Most of the United States is not having good weather for flying right now. So the Northeast, we've been like, it's just really cold now. I guess it cleared up. But if you go in Detroit, stuff like that, you're gonna have big problems. They have snow, mist, overcast 500 there. And I was thinking, no, maybe we go to the Southwest, but I got kind of bored of doing flights there. And we're gonna have some Mexican flights coming out too as well, a whole series of them. So I'm glad we picked the Caribbean tonight. Haven't done one of these in a long time. And I don't think we've ever done it in 2024, so. Yeah. 10-5, let's see how
traffic, Cessna 2217 Alpha is 6 nautical miles to the northwest last 2,200 feet.
St. Bart's, Ptolemy, that's where we were, so that's probably where he is. Fuel flow is like 9, 8? 8.5 maybe? Gallons per an hour? Like, this thing is sipping. And we got a ground speed of 144, which isn't too shabby. So, really like the Arrow. If money were no option, though, I'd buy the Bonanza A36 as of now. Because it's fast. It sucks down gas, though. Compared to this thing is an awesome aircraft because it moves right underneath like a Cirrus, but it sips gas at high elevations. Again, you gotta pay more money for maintenance and annual, seeing that it has retractable landing gear and stuff. But which is why so many people pick the Cirrus, because it's pretty reputable and stuff, and it moves fast, and it doesn't have retractable landing gear. So it costs more money to usually service that than the annual and stuff. So I do have the complex endorsement to do any of this stuff. High performance I'd have to get for the Bonanza, which I don't think that'd be that bad, but I don't know. I gotta get out there and fly for fun more. Kids growing up and doing stuff, it makes it a little tougher. That's why I did the private while I did, but I still gotta get up there and do some things. So, I do appreciate you coming along for the trip on the simulator. This is how I think keep things kind of fresh. So. Okay, St. Kitts, Nevis. I'm saying that right. Probably Nevis, but I'm gonna go there next. Norwegian breakaway. This is real world ship traffic, I believe, too. But we already saw St. Eustatius, which is that island right off the left there. Let's go see St. Kitts and Nevis, which is right next door. Again, all these have either active or non-active volcanoes, and that's how they kind of came to be. You can kind of tell by the terrain here. Got some ships there. So I think this is St. Kitts, and Nevis is the smaller one, if I remember right. Beautiful scenery. Nevis is that island next door. Here's the airport. Still kind of loading. I have a lot of scenery in the Caribbean, so. And I made sure I went over all the scenery I had for it before we started tonight's broadcast. But yeah. Welcome to SKB. Look at that. On the solar panels. Oh, interesting. Trying to slow down the drone here. Yeah. A little bit better. A little bit better. Here's the terminal here. Go to St. Kitts. Oops. I have to disconnect. Let me give me 1 second. Oop. Yeah. I was following the aircraft. That's why. Look at that. St. Kitts Robert Bradshaw International Airport. Very nicely modeled. Let's see if we can slow this down. There we go. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Makes this anyway, St. Kitts. I'll say the developer's names. Give me a second. TKPK. This is made by SLH Sim Designs. They seem to have done a nice job here. There we go. Look at that. SLH Sim Designs. Duty free store. More gates here. Gate 5. Very cool. Got the flag there. St. Christopher Air and Seaports Authority. Pretty cool. Yeah. Lots of traffic here. Alright, so that was St. Kitts. Nevis. Nevis. I think it's called Nevis. It's that big island out there, so let's go there next. Hope this is interesting to see the islands. I mean, I think it's the thing we're doing, flying over so much water. This is called the Narrows right here, between the two islands. And here is Vance Winkworth Amory. Tango Kilo Papa November, which is another scenery. Tango Papa November. This is made by... maybe not. This might be default. Didn't pop up anything. It's a default scenery, everybody. It does look default, so... I mean, you know, it's default, but someone might want to model that one someday. They did a nice job covering the Caribbean payware. Yeah. So there you go. That's what the St. Kitts and Nevis look like. Let's go back to our plane, which we're just going to fly over there. So there's St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Eustatius is over there. So that's Dutch. This is English. Minutes to go to St. John's, which is the next island that we're going to see in the distance there. Let's get some frequencies and stuff. Let's see what we got. Tower's 118.2, so we'll get that ready to go. Okay, ATIS is 132.4. We'll see if we can get any. See if we can get anything up there. We are about 6,600 miles out, so probably not going to get much of anything right now. We have to find a hole in the clouds to go through as well. Pad altitude's about 1,000 feet. Longest runway is 3,048 meters, which is 9,000 feet. Am I right on that? Meters to feet. Nope, didn't go through. Oops. So I typed it in the sailors before, so 3,000. See, that's good. 3,048 meters. Yeah, it's about 10,000 feet. So that's a long runway. Probably because it's so hot here, you know. Outside air temperature at 10,500 is still 45 degrees. So I'm just saying. There's heat across. And we'll keep listening for that weather when we get down here. Local time's 11:46 in the simulator, but it's rolled weather, not rolled time. And we're flying over St. Kitts right now. The airport's over there. Nevis is up there.
BC Bird Airport Information Mike 0300
That's right, just down.
Zulu. Wind
If I have
135 at tree. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900. Few clouds at 5000. Temperature 24. Dew point 18. QNH 1016. Visual runway 7 in use. Landing and departing runway 7. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Get a chart.
All aircraft read back. Hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Mike.
Be a planner.
VC Bird Airport Information Mike 0300 Zulu. Wind 135 at tree. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900. Few clouds at 4900. Temperature 24. Dew point 1.
Fuel here though is
QNH 1016.
1158 per US gallon.
Landing
Dude.
and departing runway 7.
Just saying.
VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
That's
All
almost double
aircraft
what it is
read
here.
back. Hold short instructions.
Giving.
Advise controller on initial contact you have Mike.
Charts.
VC Bird
We have
Airport
an
Information
aircraft
Mike
that has-
0300 Zulu. Wind 135 at tree. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900. Few clouds at 4900.
You're on
Temperature
guard, Whip.
24.
It's
Dew
like
point
caps.
18. QNH 1016. Visual runway 7 in use. Landing and departing runway 7. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back. Hold short instructions.
Well, I'll just
Advise
do Google
controller
Maps
on
then.
initial contact you have Mike.
And looks like general aviation will be signature aviation right there. Okay, so it's the old runway or something. Let me show you where we're going here. So we are going to land runway 7, which is that one, 07. They should say 07. Land there, ride it all the way out, take a right off there, and go to signature aviation. So let's see what the pictures look like there. Ooh, that looks very Caribbean-ish. Kind of like this. Wow. Yep, we'll go to signature. Look there. 11 something a gallon though for gas out here. I mean, I get it, 'cause it's the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's signature there. Wow. There's a little video. Must be with the courtesy car or something. Obviously someone's got a private jet there. Very cool. Alright, so signature aviation it is. We'll use Google Maps to help us navigate the airport diagrams so they don't have them. Alright, we're gonna have to start a descent pretty soon. So, look for an opening. Probably somewhere south or the north, that's what I'm thinking. So let's get our autopilot off, kick this back to 1821. Start a descent down and cruising descent. Trim down the slip. Right now we're all up trying to get through the clouds. Tobii tracker on, so I can actually see if we can fit right through there. Tower frequency is 1.2. Let's see, Jones. It's nice to see that the ATIS is Seven's almost correct. So that's why. Anyways, seeing that we're doing our descent, Nelson descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you. We have to go to a left 360, 180 if you like, close down there. Let's control this. Yeah, 1,000 it's only 60 feet. MSL right or straight? Local time is right about noon. Yep.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Oh, it's not. I haven't seen Ghost of Johnny. I don't know if he's still with us or not. Try this around, see. No. Well, I do appreciate you flying with me earlier, though. We're about 8,200 feet descending. And that right there is Antigua with St. John's. So, Barbuda is the island north of this. So that'd be out there, Barbuda landing at Antigua. Nice flight tonight. What's that out? That's Montserrat. That's United Kingdom. This is all British territory here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get underneath the clouds here. We're doing a pretty good job, so. Gonna have to fly the 737 soon too. I have to practice flight on that. I have the 2024 version now. So. Still want to buy the Phoenix sometime, the A320, but gotta get back into flying some nearline flights. We're doing on fuel. We're doing great. I'm gonna switch to the right though, so fuel pump on. Switch to the right. And off. Pressure holding. All right, runway 7. Huh. Yeah, I'm sleeping. Sorry about that. Why is my eye going nuts? I don't know. We're tight with the weather.
BC Bird Airport Information Mike 030 Zulu. Wind 115 at tree. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900. Few clouds at 4900. Temperature 24. Dew point 18. QNH 1016. Visual runway 7 in use. Landing and departing runway 7. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back. Hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Okay, well, 30 nautical miles out here. Things are looking peachy. Remember to push that follow button. Push that subscribe button. Make it happen. Subscribe on YouTube and follow on Twitch. If you feel like actually subscribing, it's greatly appreciated, but not required. I appreciate those that do subscribe. And I'm hoping to get some perks in the future here. I'm working on that now, what I can offer for people to actually give me money to do this. But watching is more than enough support, and I appreciate all your support. It makes the flight more interesting. you have people to talk to. Just taking our time, 12 minutes out. Just start doing position reports. I think it's about 20 nautical miles out. Just a nice cruising descent down. We're at 6,300 feet or so. This airport's near sea level, so. What a nice flight though. Got to see islands everywhere. Got to take the drone cam out. In the Caribbean. Slightly. Right. Now we'll start doing this. Switching over to tower 118.2. BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 25 nautical miles out to the west. Setting up a direct extended final for runway 07. BC Bird. Guess you could say St. John's. They said BC Bird on the radio. So. Okay. Antigua right in front of us. Up there, you see that? Because atmospheric pressure increases as you descend, so there's a manifold pressure. Just be in the airport. Probably about 10 miles or so. Hopefully see it. Clouds, which is good to see. Probably do some general gaming tomorrow if I can fit it in, and that will be on Twitch, Kick, and the new Eric Flight Gaming YouTube channel. So I tried to keep Eric Flight YouTube for flight simming only and flight activities. I did start up an Eric Flight Gaming, the other one-way channel on YouTube to go along with Twitch and Kick. Now I don't know what we'll play tomorrow. Play some Truck Simulator. I haven't done that in a little bit. So. It's crazy the amount of marketing after Christmas that people do. I just got an Amazon email going, oh, I think something you found like you like, you know. But again, I'm gonna wait till January 1st to make any purchases, if any, on games on the Steam sale. So. Holidays hit hard for everybody. So. Okay, we are about 18 nautical miles out. Still can't really see the airport yet, but I know it's on the left of the island there somewhere. Go guide tracker going nuts. We're going to take this in soda. I'm sorry about that. Antigua. Who knows? Maybe we'll pick it up from here on another flight. It's pretty nice place to fly. Island Sim Pilot on YouTube does this all the time. He's a pretty nice guy. Real private pilot like myself. He flies a 152, 172. I think 172 actually. He said he's pretty tall, so I think he actually owns a 172 if I remember right. He also streams, not on Twitch, on YouTube. Or he records it and posts it. No, he does. Vice does that. I don't see a live stream pop up on it. Alright, we're looking for the runway. We're 8 minutes out. EC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot 15 nautical miles to the east, setting up an extended final runway 07. Full stop, EC Bird. See me. As soon as I see the airport, we can line it up there. We're not going to be that far off from 7. Or 07 is like to see outside the United States. Down to 4,000 feet, but I'm going to check the picture a little bit. A little lead there. Here we go. Our island destination, Antigua awaits. That might be it right there. I'm guessing though. Not really sure yet. We gotta see it soon. We're at 3,800 feet. Beautiful island. Still looking for that airport. This might be it there. Runway 7 will be that way. Oh. Yep, that seems to be the runway. Alright. Let's go to our right. Keep descending though. Yeah, it sure does look like an airport. Yeah, we're getting a raid by the Wild River Bush League. Thanks for raiding, man. We're about to do our final landing here at Antigua. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate the raid. I don't know why the don't know why it's not showing all the emotes, but welcome and thanks for raiding. For those of you joining the broadcast, we're about to make our final landing in Antigua. We flew from Puerto Rico over to St. John's, and we're trying to intercept a extended final for runway 7. I believe that's the airport over there. My eye's going nuts, and I'm trying to not make it go up and down with the Toby eye tracker, but let's see what we can do. Right, we're also on VATSIM and also the Microsoft Flight Simulator server, but we are doing the landing here in Antigua, so It is what it is. Alright, VC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 8 nautical miles out to the east, transitioning for an extended file for runway 07, full stop, VC Bird. IE. What's up? Do appreciate the rain. I don't. It usually has emotes exploding and everywhere, so maybe I turned it off by accident. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's been a weird night though. Like my elevator wasn't working out of. It's working now. I just want. It wasn't working out of Puerto Rico. Luckily, I did a run up to find that out. So there's runway 7 right there. So again, we're transitioning a little bit over here, and then we'll be landing. You have to get down there a little quicker. So 3,000 feet. I'm gonna enrich the mixture a little bit. Yep, not that much. All right, maybe we should do our check now though. Gas. We're on the right. Good. Undercarriage, under 120 something or another. Let's go a little slower. We're good. Gear down. My gear down button switch is not working because I deactivated it. So let's act. There you go. I forgot I turned off the red bird. There. Okay. All right. Undercarriage 3 green mixture. Prop. Bring this back here. There's the runway. Flaps coming in now. White arc it. There you go, flaps. 15 degree, 10? Is it 10? Yeah, it was 10, 25. Turbo Llama, what's up? I love the name. Trimming up here. And we're going to be extended final here in a second. BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 6 nautical miles, extended final, runway 07, full stop, BC Bird. Here we go. I have never landed at this airport on the simulator. I've never been there in real life, obviously. So we are heading down like the Titanic right now, so I'm trying to trim. Here we go. 3 green. Just making sure. Love feeling the on the butt kicker. I love it when the gear goes down and you feel it lock in. It's like real life. Love that feeling in real life too. Haven't had that in a while though. Okay, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, flap switches. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna put another thing of flaps in. That should slow us down to about 90-ish, 85. BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot 5, nautical miles out, extended final, runway 07, full stop, BC Bird. Trim up, this thing feels heavy. There we go. Let's do this. Green. We are trading this. Real World Pilots Complex endorsement. Look at that. Make sure you double, triple check it. No one wants a gear up landing. Alright, and we're going to ride this all the way down. Take a right and go to Signature FBO on the field, which we already know where that is. Here we go. Thank you for all joining the broadcast. Thanks for the raid. Feel free to push that follow button. Probably pop something up on screen if you do. Push subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube. Push follow if you're seeing me on Twitch. And don't judge the landing too harshly. So, winds are pretty nice here. So, put some final flaps in. Winds are off my right. BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, final, runway 07, full stop, BC Bird. Going to be about 80, 75 coming in here. Probably about 75, 70 on landing. We're looking really good right now though. Alright, let's put some final flaps in. That should slow us down a lot. Let's descend a little bit more. Throttle coming out slowly. Green. Fuel pump on. Might help. Okay, we'll leave it right here, so go for a landing. BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot 5 on runway 07, full stop, BC Bird. A little bit more, or higher, but I'd add behind the low. Throttle coming out. Looking good. Not really being pushed around too much by this wind. Again, this is payware, which I will tell you what the developer is once we get down there. We'll look at it with the drone cam. We'll look around the island as well. I like to visit, do things once I land. We're looking really good right now. 75's fine. Slight little crosswind correction. It doesn't really, it's not much of one. Looking pretty good right now. The throttle to get us in there. Okay. Throttle coming out. Usually we push the throttle out in this, it sticks like a rock, so. Soon. I'm all the way back on the elevator already, so it's gonna be kind of hard. But that's just the way this thing is. It's not like real life. There we go. We've landed though. I don't know how rough that was, but anyways, here's a little message from me to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until Eric instructs you to unfasten your seatbelt. It will then be safe for you to depart the plane. On behalf of Eric Flight, I would like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a wonderful
Stop
day.
hopping up and down. That's not what my flight. Look at that wonderful control tower. All right, so we're gonna go to the right as soon as we can because the FBO's down there. It's like an old runway. We got some traffic here. We got American Airlines over there. Looks like to be American. Maybe Rare or something like that. And BC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot. We're taxiing down runway 07 for the signature FBO. BC Bird. Just over there, those buildings where the FBO is. This must be our turn. So we're dynamic braking. Turn to the right. These wonderful trees. These are the Bijan Studio Seasons in Hand trees. But this should be an FBO off to our right, which is signature. So, yeah, this is an old closed runway. So. And VC Bird traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, clear for runway 07. VC Bird. And that's the signature FBO right there. Kind of looks like what we saw when I looked at it earlier. Where do we park this thing? That's what you have to wonder. Oh, there's a marshal right there. Let's park it there. Wow, look at that, huh? This guy wants to live a dangerous life, though. Look at that. He's come right at me. Yep. I never did check. Things on there. Fuel pump off. Flaps up. Trim. Set for neutral. Alright, there's a little hill here. Right there. Alright, good. Parking brake on. Put it 1,000. And let's do the rest of our checklist, shall we? Look at the checklist. So, fuel pump off, flaps up, strobes off. That one helped. Landing light can go off now. Even nav lights can go off. Let's turn them all the way off, though. Am I going to be able to fit in there? Come on, let's go. In real life, we just kind of grab it, so. Alright. And trim set for takeoff. ELT verify solid. Avionics going off. All lights except for beacon. Mixture full links. AC's not on. Well, it's probably pretty hot here. And mags off, master off, lights off, parking brake on. Put some wheel chocks and stuff down here. Chocks and tie downs. I'll leave it like that. Alright, tablet off. Let's take a look at what this looks like here. So anyways, we are parked at Signature over here. That's pretty much where we went. And I guess you can park along the apron anyway, but this it's an old runway here. So kind of cool that you just park there. And Signature looks like this. So this is where we parked. That's that little shack there that we looked at. But that's what it looks like. So pretty cool. Alright. And that's why you see that green little shack there. Alright, let's get the camera not locked onto the aircraft. That causes elevation issues. And let's go check out this airport. Signature FBO here. That's that little deck, I guess, that they had. So you can hang out there. The actual airport over here. And before I forget, let's disconnect from that sim. And let's also find out who made this wonderful scenery. So that would be TAPA. This is Tropical Sim, St. John's Airport. Our final destination for the evening. Some hangars here and stuff. Wonderful trees. That Bijan Seasons Enhanced makes a big difference. Look how clean those trees are. Oh, they got a little eating garden area here. Patio, if you will. Here's the main terminal. Frontier Airlines. This is the default Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic. Oh, here's the inside the terminal. They did model it. So immigration, emigration, if you will, not immigration. Then this is the baggage claim, and it has an upstairs as well. Pretty cool. Departures, gates. Really nice scenery. Look at that. Seeing that we're in the middle of the island, so you don't have a lot of conflicting scenery. So you can get through it pretty fast. There's the escalator down. Antigua. There's security. Pretty cool, huh? Type 1 if you like it. If you don't like it, don't type anything. More terminal. See that view from the control tower here. Camera generic tower, but yeah. You did a nice job with the terminal. That UPS there. Aviation. Is that South American airline? I think it is. There you go. As far as the island itself, let me see if I can search some places to book. Popular tourist destinations on Antigua. Historical site, Shirley's Heights. I'm gonna have to get this up. Put this over here. Try to see if we can see anything. And where are you? Google Maps. Did I close you down? I might have. Bring maps. Antigua. Okay, Nelson's Dockyard, stunning beaches, Half Moon Bay, Devil's Bridge. I don't know where any of this stuff is. Oh, there's some beaches out there, so why don't we start there, shall we? It's coming out here. Looks like downtown St. John's is this way as well. I mean, there's buildings over there. Fort James Point there. So let's look at that. So here's downtown St. John's over here, right in front of us. With that big ship that's invading the land. Then the fort. This is Fort James. Don't know the historical significance of that, but it had to be in Tech St. John's, obviously, at one point. Let's see what else. Dickinson Bay Beach is up here. They have Blue Waters Resort and Spa up over here somewhere. So, Hodges Bay, Jabberwock Beach over here. Probably near that antenna. Lots of beaches. There's the airport again. Alright, Hell's Gate Island. That sounds interesting. Let's go out there. Have to be this way. So this is Long Island over here. Seems like they got some resorts over here. That looks like a resort. Yeah. Over here is Great Bird Island. Along with Hell Gate Island. Which I don't know why it's called Hell Gate Island. Hell's Gate Island. Tourist attraction. Looks like people are swimming in there. Devil's Bridge National Park this way. Alright, they said this was a touristy place. Let's see what it looks like on maps. Devil's Bridge National Park is a historical landmark. Rugged limestone bridge formed by crashing waves. The blowholes and vast ocean, Atlantic Ocean panoramas. That would be over here. Huh. I don't really see a lot of stuff there, but that's what it is over here. Okay. Other than that, Half Moon Bay was another thing they mentioned, so let's go down that way. This is Green Island over here. Half Moon Bay is down here. This is Half Moon Bay. Why? Because that half moon shape there. That's what I'm guessing. Nelson's Dockyard is a little bit south of here. This is Willoughby Bay right here. Shirley Heights over here. Nelson's Dockyard is over here. Don't know why that's historical, but probably something to do with pirates. Oops. A second. Southernmost point of Antigua and Barbuda over here. Trying to figure out why. Why it's so popular. Some of the stuff you can't see, but the Pillars of Hercules looks like a rock formation. So something historical. Wait, what is that? Is that a ship? No, it's not. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go this side of the island here. Fort Charles is over here somewhere. Falmouth Beach is there. Fort Charles is over here somewhere. Probably North Fort, obviously. I'm probably seeing it, unless this is it. I don't know. No, Fort Charles is over here. Can't really see it though. Unless it's just where it was. Maybe over here. Rendezvous Bay Beach. There. Old Road, Antigua, Stonehenge. can see all this stuff. There's a reef snorkels in the spot. Cade's Reef over here. I guess people snorkel there. Kind of in the middle of this thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Coming up here, you got Turner's Beach there. Beach rentals are over there. Darkwood Beach is right below us. Ooh, they got a little, looks to be like one of those like little maze type things there. Historic sugar plantation over here. And then Jolly Harbor is over here. A lot of resorts. Wow. Alright. And goes up to Five Islands over here. Five Islands Village. Fort Barrington should be over here, which is an old fort of some sort. Maybe that thing. That's what I'm thinking. It's built into the wall there. Alright, and then we're back down at St. John's. So anyways, from Antigua, St. John's. Let's go back to the airport, actually. We're going to call it a day here. We'll be rating someone on Twitch, so stay tuned. If you're on Twitch, please push that follow button. Appreciate everyone following the channel. It's probably the best way you're going to know when I'm flying again. Also, if you're on YouTube and watching me, please push that subscribe button. We're always looking for more subscribers. Need people to watch videos there, trying to monetize that. Have to come up with more content, I know that. But I'll be working on that. And if you're watching me on Kick, please also push the follow button. So, from St. John's, Antigua, Eric Flight wishing you a great night. Tip your bar and wish your staff well. And I'll see you soon. I'm going to see if I can stream tomorrow, whether it's American Truck Simulator or Flight Sim again. We'll see what happens. But remember, I have my Eric Flight Gaming channel on YouTube. The link's in the description on YouTube. But it's youtube.com/ampersand, the @ Eric Flight Gaming. Join that. We do general gaming on there as well as on Twitch and Kick. But as far as the YouTube channel for Eric Flight, we're going to keep that Flight Sim oriented only. Gets a little confusing, but that's okay. But anyways, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks so much for the raid from Wild River Bush League. I'll be checking out your chat. I think I can follow you, but if I don't, I'll be following you. And you all have a great night. Eric Flight, peace out. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned for the Twitch raid. We'll see you. Bye.